Thank you. So then we move on to the next report, which is the corporate finance report for the period ending 30th of June. So Diane Brandish. Diane, welcome to the table. Yeah, if we can get your update on this, please. And then there's obviously further information to be presented to the 3rd of September meeting, to the next meeting as well.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, councillors. This is the report which used to come to you quarterly, and as we say within the report, we did not give you the March update because at that point you were only asking for really important ones, and this didn't fall into that category. So this is the 6-month update, and I'm happy to take any questions. It's in the same format as previously, although we have added a bit at the end about insurance because we were aware that we didn't actually ever report you on our ongoing insurance claims as opposed to the insurance placement. So if you have any questions, I could give you an update perhaps before you ask that, and that is 3.3, where we talk about the amounts of that we'd had under the deferral scheme. That was the figures as at the end of June. That has now increased marginally from 6.7 to 6.8. 1,300 businesses, 830 residents applied, another 130. When we asked for further information, didn't send it through. And 8 applicants so far under the second proposal, which is to defer the Q1 rates for up to 2 years.
So if I can just flag, Di, that's likely to be an area of interest as we get further iterations of this report. We'll be wanting to keep an eye on the uptake around the provisions that we've put in place, and we'd also be looking for any commentary around the effectiveness of the provisions that we've put in place as well.
Yes, I appreciate that, and as I said, so far only 8 people have applied. I could see that there may not be some initially because the government is still providing a lot of support, but that it's not like a once-only opportunity. It's people could apply later in the year if the government stop some of the funding they're providing to businesses. We may get more response then, but we'll certainly keep you informed. Yeah,
and certainly whilst we remain hopeful about the performance of our local economy, we see just from the fact that we're having a socially distanced meeting this morning, we are in a very dynamic situation at the moment. And, you know, we'll be very keen to monitor all of the effects of whatever situation that we're in, yes, including the effect on the uptake of the hardship provisions and also on debt in general. So, yeah, I think it's likely to be an area of continued focus.
Okay, well, I am presenting another paper at the September meeting, and I could give you a verbal update at the same time on what's happened with debtors
if we can take that as an area that we'd like to see continually highlighted, certainly in the short term, I think that would be a good approach.
Okay,
thank you. Any questions for Diane on this report? No questions? All right, so again, I'm happy to move the recommendations in front of us. Sam MacDonald, happy to second. All those in favour say aye. Against, that's carried. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Chair, before I disappear, would you like a quick update on the results for the end of June, which you did ask me to give you a verbal update as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the paper which is coming to you on the 3rd of September, the final result for the year was an operating deficit of 25.9, slightly down on the 28.7 that we had originally projected, and there are carry forwards coming of 13.4 operational and 145.3 capital, no cost within the annual plan because it was money that was included in the annual plan just completed. The main reasons for the change were slightly lower costs as a result of COVID-19 because we responded a little faster, slightly higher dividend from Transwaste. We had a weather contingency that we didn't have to use, and penalties were slightly higher than we'd forecast. So really just a number of small contributors which helped to improve the result. The capital delivered was slightly higher than had been forecast in the quarter before, but still below the level that we budget to rate for. Okay.
All right, so thank you very much indeed for that verbal update, and just reiterating that all of that information will be contained in the report coming in front of us on the 3rd of September at the next meeting.
Yes.
All right, Diane, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.